Hello and welcome to Crafting with Jane. Today I'm doing something with a jelly press. I haven't done too much with it and some of the results have been okay, some of them have been a little bit dubious. Let me show you the jelly plate I've got. It is Gelli Arts jelly printing plate. What size is it? It's 8 inches by 10 inches. So it's a reasonable size. And then I've just pulled out a whole pile of stencils. Lots of different shapes and things because I want to play with those. I'm going to try one of the indigo blue ones as well. I have got a brayer, and this is my, let me show you that one because I keep them all nicely in their box. It's a speedball 4-inch soft rubber. Now I don't know whether soft rubber is the best, but it's the one I've got and I use it for everything else as well. So we need that. I've got some different acrylic paints and I'm just going to sort of use them. Some of them I've had a little while, they're in little tubes, I don't even know how good they're going to be, but we're just going to have a play and see. So I thought blue, green and yellow. Well, green, yeah, I think that might be okay. We'll try it anyway. As I say, I have no idea on these how they are. I'm just literally going to be blobbing a few bits on here. So that's some blue. And the yellow will make the green, won't it? So I'm just going to add some yellow in on here. And I've no idea how it's going to come out. I might need to not do so much. It might blend all in together. And I think I'll just add a little bit of white. Oh, the white hasn't even been opened. Let's, have I got another one that's open? Hold on. That's a new one. So I'm going to keep that one there. Oh, that's a black. That's white. Is white open? Yes, it is. Okay, I don't want black in there at the moment. I'm just going to have some white if there's any left in here. As I say, these are all, I'm using up bits and pieces of stuff. Okay, I think I've probably done too many little blobs, but we'll see. So I then need to take my brayer and we're just going to roll it in together. Yeah, no, it's coming out too right. I'm just going to take it in so that it comes into a pale colour because that's a bit, so I'm just mixing that all in. That white is a bit, hasn't come out very well. Okay, so we've got sort of a paley pastel-y colour here with some quite sort of extraordinary blobs of that on. I'm just going to roll this up. I got some paper just off the side to just roll my brayer, and I'm going to add some of the yellow in like that. So let's see how that comes. That I think is a bit better. Don't want to blend it in too much. And then I'm going to add the bits of blue in again, I think. As I say, don't judge me on this because again, this is, I'm trying to work outside my comfort zone and do different things. There we go. Different things that I haven't done before. And I think that for me, it keeps my crafting quite sort of fun. So now I want to put some stencils in over the top so I can just take some prints out of them. And I just want things that are going to be a bit sort of fun. So I'm going to try this one, I think. So I'm just going to put that on there. And then I'm going to take a bit of a flower and just put that over the top there. maybe just some zigzag in on there, just like that. Now, I don't know how it's going to work, but I've got some copy paper, and I'm going to put the copy paper over the top like that, and then I'm going to rub. So I'm just going to rub all of this. Now maybe I need to have some more. I'm going to put more paper on top, I think, because I don't want to be, okay, so I'm taking a few sheets to just rub in over the top, and I'm just going to take it down and we'll see what happens. It might be great, it might not be. Okay, so that's my paper, and we'll just peel this off and see. Aha, now it hasn't come off on the stencily bits, has it? Oh, it sort of has. Not the greatest. That one's nice. Now, I like that one. That one I don't at all, because it hasn't really come out. So I'm just going to take the mask off for a minute. I'm just going to put them on there because I'm going to be using them again. So those are obviously a bit small, and I'm going to take these up from here like that, and then I'm going to take this same sheet, because we haven't got much. Do I take the same sheet? Yes, I am. So I'm going to take this sheet and I'm just going to put it straight back on and see if it has any difference, because that other one didn't really work very much, and maybe it's because the stencil's not very big. This is just copy paper, so it's just an experiment, and then when it's dried I can use the copy paper in projects and things like that, which is the idea of doing this. So let's have a take of this. Now that's gone a bit crinkly, but let's see what that's done. Now that's better. I like that. That's got a really nice sort of mixture, and you can see where the stencils actually come out quite a bit. So I like that one. I'm going to put that to one side so that can dry, because I'm going to have quite a few, aren't I? Where am I going to put it? Let's just put it up on here. Okay. Now, do I clean this or do I know? I'm just going to carry on, I think, with colours and things. So those were just the plain little acrylics in the green and yellow and blue. I quite like those colours together, but let's add, I've got some of this. Now this is pearlescent acrylics. So what have we got in here? We've got sort of a mustard yellow. We could try some of that. I've got another yellow. I quite like yellows and greens and blues. So let's try, and there's a bit of, do I do a bit of red in there as well? I don't know. No, it's all an experiment, isn't it? Right, let's give them a bit of a shake and see what these work like. So I'm just going to put a blob of that. Oh, that came out in a big blob. So I've got the green in on here. Whoops. That should have come in. Just take that out of there. It just blobbed into the lid. As I say, I could put these in little, I'm just going to dab that on here actually and just see what that does. I could put them into a pot, but I'm just taking them straight out of here at the moment, because as I say, we're just playing on backgrounds to see what happens. Well, that's quite a big colour, isn't it? I'm just going to have one like that. It's sort of goldy, and then we'll have this yellow as well, because and again, it might just all mix in together. There's not much of some of these left because I've had them a long time. In fact, I don't even know if there's anything. Is there anything coming out of here? Come on, one blob. There we go. Right, so this is pearlescent acrylic. So I'm just going to take this up and just put those in. That green's a bit overpowering, isn't it? Right, I'm going to do the same as I did before. Just mix it all in, because that green is very, very overpowering. So I'm just mixing those colours in with my brayer. Okay, then I need to get some, let me just, I don't want my stencils all to be sticking, so I'm doing this, cleaning my brayer off as I go. So I think on this I need to add some more of this, I don't know which one, let's do the goldy one, and we'll just have some, because they're a bit gloopy, but I think they might be all right. And then I want to get a little bit of white in there, I think, because I think that might, actually I might do, I'm going to take some of this blue. I think, as I say, there's not a huge amount of these left, so I don't know whether they're going to come out or not, but we'll see. Can I get a bit out of here? Don't know whether there's enough of that one. No, I'm going to take some pale, I think. Have I got more red than? I was going to just grab a bit of red just to see, and it might just come out all grungy, but it might be okay. Right, a bit of red in there, and maybe just a bit down there. Okay, so this, oh, that's better. Let some air in. So let's do this one. So we're just gonna, we just want to have, I think it's probably a bit sticky, this is, but I don't want to over roll it, because we'll get all sorts coming out. And I quite liked this, didn't I? I thought this one was a really good stencil, because it gave all sorts of shapes. So I'm just going to stick that straight down in the middle. Take my paper, and I'm going to put my paper straight over the top. Now, that's the other thing as well, because quite often people will put, use their brayer over the top. So let's have a go with that instead of my hands. And I know my brayer's a bit grungy, but excuse me, I'm just going to try that and see how it works. And I think that it will be okay, but we'll have to see. So that's going to be a, see how that comes off. Yes, you see, I like that. If you look at that, excuse me, I'm going to have a drink. You can see you've got all the pattern of there, so I can cut bits of that out. So I'm going to have that one to dry. I do like my blues best, actually. I much prefer the blues. Let's see if I can get another one out of there that's not going to be too what do we call it, pale and wishy. Right, okay, let's peel that off and see what we've got in on here. That's quite nice. We've got sort of a bit on there. Now, if I take this stencil off, we've still got the print in on there. And what I might do is I'm going to turn it this way so it doesn't come exactly on the same bit. And just put it in like that. And take that last bit of print up and see what happens there. Because the idea is just for it to be a background. So if I take that up, we should have, yes, you see that I think is quite nice. You've got more of a, can you see, you've got more of sort of a splatter and stuff on there, which I can then work with. Because these are just to do some backgrounds. So I've got 3 there. I'm going to do one more, and I'm going to do it in the blues, because I really liked the blues. So I'm just going to take some of the white in on here, because these the plain acrylics worked, I think, better. And it was some of this nice blue, wasn't it? Like that. And then we put, I can't remember whether I put green or yellow. I think I might have had the green in there, because they were all sort of together, and I then blended them all in together, didn't I? Because I think that worked quite well. So I'm just going to, oh, that's quite nice actually. Oh, says me. Sometimes once you start blending, it doesn't really look as good as when you actually just sort of leave it. That's quite nice on there like that, but I do want, I'm going to have to take that piece off because that's a bit grungy. Clean that brush off a bit, and then I wanted to put some yellow in on here, I think. I don't want it overly done. I like that piece down there, so let's, I think that might be lovely, I think. So I'm going to put, let's have a look and see on another stencil. I quite like that one, so I'm going to take one at the top in that corner, and then I'm going to take this one in down on here, so it's not overlapping, but it's just coming down like that, because I kind of liked the way that went. And then this little bit just down in like this, so that it's not over the top, if you see what I mean. Then I can put this in on top, and I'm just going to clean my roller off, and then I'm going to go over the top of it. And I know that some of it's not that clean, but that doesn't matter. I'm just taking it over here like that, because I want to try and get as much pattern as I can in on here. I'm just going to take another sheet to put on top to just help with the rubbing, and I'm trying to really rub into all of the little pieces on here, because last time it didn't really come out very well, did it? But I think that's where I overlapped it. And it just didn't want to do it over on the overlapping. And I think probably because the stencil is a bit small, it's a bit difficult to tell. But if I take this off, we'll see what's come out. Oh, that's a little bit better. That's quite nice. I still like that one. I think that one looks lovely in that little piece on there. Right, I'm going to put that down to dry. Or am I going to do what I did? No, I'm going to do what I did before, because I really liked all of that together. So I'm going to take that off. This is going to have to be the last one, because I need to get my stencils into the wash. But I really like that in there. I'm going to do this on another sheet, I think. So let's just take this off like that. And then I'm going to, because I've got this on here, but there's not that much on there, so I'm going to put this in over the top again. And I'm doing it the opposite way, so that it comes in on different parts. So let's take this over the top, and I can just take my brayer and just go over it with the brayer, and then rub it down with my hands. Like that. And then I can pull this off and see what's... Yes, you see, I like that. I really like that when it's over the top. Can you see? You've just got all of that colour and print coming off, and I think that that's really lovely. So that's going to be just a couple of the backgrounds, because we can then work on this afterwards and add more things to it, but these are just going to be interesting backgrounds. So that's that one. So I've now got 3 or 4 sheets I didn't like this one, so I'm going to do something over the top of this one, I think, because that wasn't very exciting. And I'm just going to clear it up with, let's just add some white in on here, like that, and a little bit of yellow, I think, because I quite like the yellow, like that, because I don't want too much in here. And I'm just going to, whoops, need to get some of these in the water. I've got a good scrubbing brush, so I should be all right. So this is just coming quite pale, like that, with a little bit of, let's have the blue. I don't want too much. And a little bit of the, where's the green? Is that the green? Yes. So I'm just doing a little bit, because I don't want too much on there, and then we're those colours I really like. I really like greens and blues together. Okay, so that's going to go on there. This is going to go on top like that, because I didn't like what was underneath it. I'm just going to roll this one off onto, I might roll this onto a piece of paper actually to start off with, because I quite like that colour. Look at that. Oh yes, that's going to give a nice background, doesn't it? It looks like hills and trees and things on there. How interesting. Okay, so I'm just going to literally last bit on here and just see what that comes out like. And as I say, it's all an experiment for me, because I haven't used this very much, but you're joining me in. Oh, now you see, now that's actually come out really quite nicely. There, interesting. So you've got the blues and the greens and things in there, and this other pattern on the top. So that will dry off nicely. Okay, so I'm going to go and clean all of this up now. Hope you enjoyed this, and we will be doing things with all of these different papers, and I will show you sort of next time or in a future video of what we're doing with them. So thank you so much for watching me. As always, please stay safe and well. Please be kind, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.